The Old Man's Irish Pub is open. Welcome. I've got a little company tonight. Uh, Tyler. He's sitting over here to my other side there. He's trying to sneak off camera, but we'll make sure we keep him involved here. So, anyway, this is going to be called episode 2. We're going to be taking a little look at, and I'm sorry, I've heard this said a couple different ways. Poitin or Poitin. It's kind of the follow-up from what we did on episode 1, the aqua vitae. And it was actually, Poitin and whiskey were kind of basically the same thing, especially after we got, into the later years there. But it was before any sort of barrel aging or anything like that. The difference is Poitin was being produced and drank and not sold and taxed or anything like that. Whiskey was licensed and they were making it and actually selling that, and it was taxed. So the British Crown, they were unhappy about that, so they in 1661 they outlawed it, put a ban on it, and made it illegal. Well, just like Prohibition here in the States, it didn't have any effect. People just went down out in the hills and down in the valleys and everything, and they continued making it. They would make it during the day on windy days, to where couldn't pick up the smoke. They'd do it at night and hide the light from the fires and everything, so they couldn't see the smoke. And they were doing, still doing that. It was never stopped. It kept going for forever. It's just like Prohibition. Everybody was still making it. So they put an outlaw on it, and it stayed that way up until 1997, when the British Crown finally dropped the law and made it legal to produce it. In 2008 is when Poitin actually got its own GI and its own classification as an Irish spirit, we'll say. So, but yeah, there was many companies that did it, and whatever. This Micil, established in 1848. Now, I'm not going to say that the Micil was doing it illegally through any years, but they were established in 1848, and here's a bottle that I picked up over in Ireland last year. Irish Poitin. This one's here, the Heritage Edition, and it's lovely. Take a smell of that. Take a drink of that. Give us a thought.
It's nice. This one's a little sweet. Really enjoy it. You're missing the barrel flavors, but you don't expect to get that when you're drinking this. It's closer to, in the States here, like if you've had real moonshine. It's more along that line than it is traditional bourbon or any other whiskey you've had. So
it is. And with Poitin, they can actually age it in a barrel for up to 10 weeks. After 10 weeks, it's no longer considered Poitin. It falls out of that GI. So, and there is some out there that do some barrel aging, and they're really fabulous too. But yeah, these here are really nice. They're different. And the mash bill is different on these. There's the mash bill. I think they use a lot of beets, and there's barley and corn, and I didn't look into exactly what's made up in the mash bill, but pretty much there's a lot of stuff in there that they can use. So yeah, you can smell it. It's not a whiskey.
Yeah.
It's not a whiskey smell to it. It's not the aqua vitae. It's not that lovely floral and just everything that makes up the aqua vitae. But this has got a really nice smell to it. You can smell a little sweetness in there.
Maybe even a little bit more grainy.
Yep, you can. It's raw grain, you know, is what you're kind of getting there. Um, and like it's every one of them I've had are creamy. This here happens to be a peated. It's got a light peat to it. Did you catch that?
Yep, I got a little bit of
You know, but they have a lot of them that aren't peated. Um, if you want to, you know, and Micil there, they've got a few different bottles of the Poitin out, and they've also got whiskey, and they've got some great whiskeys. We'll be sampling some of those as we go along here. But Micil's just a small little distillery. Uh, you know, they don't have a lot of distribution yet. I don't even know if you can get Micil in the States yet or not. I do know that they are in duty free, so if you're flying anywhere, you know, you can look into the duty free and might be able to pick one up. So, or there's places like Irish Malts and Celtic whiskey. You know, there's places over there. James Fox, you can buy those online, and they do ship to the States. Do check to see if they ship to your state before you do that. But yeah, we get to sit here and enjoy this, and we don't have to worry about hiding out and, you know, sneaking it around like they did back in the day. Well, I guess not even back in the day, back up until 1997. So we got the best of the good life here. So anyway, Tyler, you got anything you want to throw in there?
It's just a nice, easy drink.
It is. It's a little change up, you know, from your whiskey flavors, and you know, like I said, it's nice and it goes down pretty smooth. For those who like to use the term smooth, you know, and like I said, it's kind of got a nice creamy feel to it, and good smells, good flavors, kind of a raw steak, if you will. You know, it's just the freshness there. It's wonderful. So if you haven't tried it, you know, not just the Micil, but if you haven't tried Poitin, you know, get out there and find some. Micil does it. Coloagne's got some out there. I know there's one you can get in the States, Mad March Hare, and that's a really nice one. And I'm going to say the biggest difference for me is against the moonshine thing. Now we're not talking about the apple pie moonshine and the, you know, the banana cream pie moonshine. I'm talking the real moonshine that you get out there. That is just pure alcohol. That doesn't even have any good taste to it. You know, that's just, I want to get a buzz really quick. Poitin is designed to be sipped and enjoyed, and really bring out those flavors. So the people who make this, they really focus on their mash bill, their distillation, their fermentation. You know, when it comes out of the still, they expect it to be something special and be really drinkable. So you know, most of your moonshiners back in the day and even now, I don't think they really care that much about taste. They just want something that'll warm their belly on a cold day. So but anyway, I think that'll do it from the Old Man's Irish Pub. Like I always say, it's your whiskey, drink it your way, and we'll see you again on another episode. Sláinte.